Baker to begin with a pass. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard very stout there. That's going to bring up second down. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll lead to a second down.
On play action, Mayfield exiting the pocket right. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. He's got it into space. And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is up to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Ravens. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. The game 7. Team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real. Run. Kings!
On second down, Baker. That one incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
180! Hey, alert!
To throw is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
So, on fourth down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Set.
On first and 10, here's Darnold. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for Baltimore.
Darnold to throw on first down. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
So you're a couple inches away from, instead of celebrating a touchdown with your boys on the sideline, you're trotting back to the huddle with your tail between your legs. And that's the fine line between success and failure in the NFL. The reality is, he knows it, the sideline knows it, the huddle knows it. At this level, you've got to make that play.
Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Darnold again. A throw on the move is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Darnold to throw again. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team,
that one is caught in the back of the end zone. Great London. Touchdown, Baltimore. The extra point is good. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They run with the argument. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
point it right, point it right. Kings, Kings, Kings. Watch, watch.
Throwing is Baker. Forced out wide. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And his passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
It's Riley Dixon coming on now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The throw on first down is Darnold. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. It's second down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
On second down, it's Darnold. Throw on the run is complete. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 31 yards. Darnold now on 1st and 10. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Ravens. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his 2nd touchdown here in week 1.
The kick is good.
What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Over the middle, that's Godwin. He's to midfield. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
A gain of 43 yards. And a 1st down. 1st and 10.
On 1st down is Mayfield. That's complete to the rookie 1st-round pick. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. Watch out.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
2nd down throw from Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Third and goal.
Kings! Set. 180! Hey, alert 33! What's up?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike. And I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they bounce back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I have a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. So one quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. It's the Ravens out front. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Darnold to throw. Throw, left side, is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They'll draw here, 1st and 10. To throw again is Darnold. That'll be caught. It's Blake Watson. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Darnold to the air once more. Hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
It's 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irvin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not
in trouble, and down he goes. Roquan Smith working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Rolling right. Looking down the field, but that ball's incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
We're going to set. Go 80. Reset.
Throwing, Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up a 2nd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
That's good for a Baltimore.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. That's caught downfield. It's Kelsey. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Here's Darnold again. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Ravens. It's a debut for the ages, paying immediate dividends. 3 touchdowns in the season opener. No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
Real. Hurry. Hey, speed. Regular. Run. Up.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Set. 180. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Mayfield to throw. He'll get that complete to Emeka Egbuka. Still on his feet. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 67 yards.
180. Hurry, hurry. Keep moving, boys, moving. Stop.
Irving will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. And no return here. This is a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
We're gonna set.
Darnold to throw on 1st down. That one out wide to Watson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, lady. Oh, lady. What's up?
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And the Baltimore 1st down.
Yo, lady. What's up?
Darnold to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's clear whenever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Enough comfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Go set. Ready. Set.
Now Darnold. He's going to have the 1st down and more. And he's in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half.
The kick is good.
And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throw out wide to Godwin. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Now, this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Onside kick is recovered by the Bucs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Real. What's that?
On 2nd down, Baker. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
180! Point it right. Hurry! Up. Hey, alert 33. Regular. What's that?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down.
180!
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
The result of the play is a turnover on down.
Here we go, son.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. Left side in the hands of the London.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Ravens first down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
We go, stop.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. To throw again is Darnold. He's got his big tight end. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Ravens. Loop now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Buccaneers 21. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Run. Hurry! Pistol. Rail. Hey, alert! My time!
Mayfield should throw it here on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is Max Crosby in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Good. Alert, 180. Point it right. Hurry. Regular. Done.
Baker to throw. Out right, and catch made. That's Ibuka. And be taken down after a gain of 9 and
Third down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Kings! Up! Hurry! Hey! I'm coming! Hey, alert 33! Watch out!
Throwing is Mayfield. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Mike Reed, he's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punch it away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 41-yard line.
To throw on 1st down is Darnold. Open man right side is Kelsey. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's a gain of catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
We're going to sack.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Out to his right. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So anytime the quarterback leaves the pocket, immediately all the receivers, Mike, have to go scramble drill. Continue to work open, separate, give your quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. But give credit to the defense. They plaster on all the eligible receivers, and he has to just throw this one away.
That one, taken in. Drake London, touchdown Baltimore. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set. 180. Stop.
On first down is Mayfield. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A give. This is Irvin. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2.
3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9.
Set. 180. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Real.
Here's Mayfield.